Live from the Caterpillar Global Communications Center at Bradley University, this is BUTV News.
Good evening and welcome to BUTV News. I'm Lee Lard.
And I'm Rachel Hobbs. Let's take a look at the news.
On Monday, February 12th at around 8:30 p.m., students at Michigan State University heard gunfire. An active shooter was on campus, and for the next 4 hours, the students were forced to shelter in place wherever they were. Sadly, 3 individuals were killed and 5 were injured. Students are now speaking up on social media, urging all to speak out and end violence in schools. MSU is closed for the next couple of days, and classes are expected to resume Monday. Monday morning, the Career Center worked with Kona Ice to hand out free hot chocolate to students in Lydia's Circle. As students walked to and from class, many helped themselves to the hot chocolate. The drinks had marshmallows and Kona Ice's flavored syrups available for students to flavor their drinks with. Some stayed and enjoyed the hot chocolate with friends, but many returned to class with drink in hand. The hot chocolate was limited, so it was first come, first served. Career Center employees used this event to hand out flyers promoting tomorrow's spring job and internship fair.
If you're ready to try the best of the worsts, then the perfect place has just come to Peoria. Anthony Palazzolo is on the scene to tell us more about it.
I'm standing here outside of a new addition to the Bradley area, Doghouse, and there's great food and great people inside. With the accessible schedule, it's sure to be a hit for students at Bradley for a late night bite. Let's go in and take a look.
While inside, I had a chance to sit down with Jesse Kuntz, the owner of Doghouse Peoria, and tell us a little bit about how he became involved with the company.
We opened our first location in March 2018, so we're coming up on about 5 years. I first discovered the brand in late 2015. I was out in California visiting a buddy, and we stopped into the Burbank location. I immediately fell in love with the build-out, the vibe, the culture, and as soon as I tasted the food, I called my girlfriend and said, "This is the best hot dog I've ever had in my life. I think I found the concept," so here we are.
In reality, Doghouse is not a new restaurant to Peoria. The kitchen has actually been active since the new year.
So this location opened a little over a month ago. We started as a ghost kitchen doing delivery and takeout only, but for dine-in, we've been open about 2.5 weeks.
Doghouse also plans on implementing a student night, which Jesse says has worked well for their Chicago location near DePaul University.
One of the things we plan to do to engage the Bradley University student body is we actually plan to launch a student night. On Monday nights from 6 p.m. to close, we offer college students with a valid ID 50% off.
While fan favorites are a staple of any restaurant menu, Jesse also has some recommendations that he thinks people should try.
Fan favorites on the menu, the best-selling thing on the menu is actually the Holy Aioli burger. It's bacon, caramelized onions, and garlic aioli. We sell a ton of them. Another fan favorite is the Old Town. It's a bacon-wrapped hot dog with caramelized onions, pickled jalapenos, and chipotle aioli. It's a little spicy, but people seem to love it. I would say my personal recommendation is I think everyone should try our breakfast burritos. We serve them from 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. every single day, and I think that once people try them, they're going to become absolutely addicted to them.
With the accessible hours and the student discount that's soon to be implemented, Doghouse is sure to be a hit. For BUTV News, I'm Anthony Palazzolo.
If you wanted to show that your love for someone would never go extinct, then you should have stopped by the Biology Club's fossil sale last Thursday in the Student Center. Fossils were being sold with sizing options from small, medium to large. Each fossil was neatly packaged in heart-shaped or square boxes along with some Dove chocolate on the side. These great Valentine's Day gifts are sure to be something that will never get old. Be sure to look out for more sales in the future.
If you need practice networking before the job fair, Apex is hosting conversations with Caterpillar right now until 7 p.m. in the Beck. Representatives from CAT are holding a brief information session and are available for one-on-one conversations. There is no defined dress code, but all attendees are encouraged to wear their best business casual. Global Fest Central Illinois puts a microscope on the diverse and cultural members of our community. Jake Buds was on the scene at this year's fest, getting the inside scoop on the value of an event such as this.
With the fast pace of everyday life, it's important to return to your roots and heritage. Here at Global Fest Central Illinois, they're doing just that. With 18 countries represented and a surplus of events including a salsa dance and the Chinese dragon dance, they have it all. Global Fest took place at 5 Points, Washington this past Saturday, February 11th, and featured a variety of activities and experiences celebrating the many different types of cultures and rich ethnicities that make up Central Illinois. Booths were set up for each country, along with performances from Peoria International Choir and the Peoria Ballet Company.
That because our Central Illinois community is so diverse and we have so many cultures in Central Illinois that people don't know about. We need an event like Global Fest to bring everybody together, to bring the different cultures who have chosen to make US their home, as well as people who always lived in the US. They need to learn about all these awesome cultures that are coinciding.
Dr. Elena Gabor, communications professor here at Bradley, helped to organize and run Global Fest Central Illinois this year. Dr. Gabor is from Romania herself and expresses the importance of togetherness and sharing cultures.
This is something Peoria doesn't get to do very often, because a lot of these groups, they're wonderful at celebrating themselves, by themselves, and this is an occasion to do it together with everybody else.
A passport activity took place for kids to learn more about every country present at the festival and showcased the rich history every country has.
It's just been amazing to see young and old come to the booth and learn something about my country, and it's fun that they now know it's more than only cheese and tulips. So that's been amazing. Yeah.
Many students from Bradley were present at the event, either helping out or taking in the atmosphere. One of those students was Safara Runjant, who is the president of the International Students Association at Bradley.
As an international student, I feel like there's so much richness from all around the world, and we have to come together to celebrate and learn about different cultures and enjoy it.
Be sure to check out Global Fest Central Illinois in the coming years. For BUTV News, I'm Jake Buds.
After the break, we'll take a look at the weather. Alec Brandt is here to tell us what's up.
And there's some exciting news for Marvel fans. Ty Gray is here to tell us all about it. BUTV is next.
You're looking at me in the future. Okay. Hi, Isaac.
Hi. Wait a second.
Do you know who I am?
Julia.
This is Jaina. Into the future. I just wanted to talk to you about what happened with those two girls.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember it was this girl that I was getting bullied by that one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me? I don't think you know how much like that helped me, because like I finally like knew that I had somebody. Because of you, Isaac, and what you did for me years ago, I grew up to be more independent and love myself and just be a little bit more confident.
Aw, I'm like a little tearing up right now. Just to see her in the future just blossom and look beautiful, and that was really amazing.
Touchdown! Oh, did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that? I'm playing with these new face filters. Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, "Read your lease. No pets allowed." My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
So with the loveliest day of the year being just yesterday, what would you ladies classify as lovely weather?
I think some lovely weather is mid-70s, partly cloudy.
Yeah, I like the sun though. I like the rays of sunshine just beaming down on my face. It makes me all nice and warm inside.
I'm agreeing with you there, Rachel. Sunny is best.
Oh yeah.
As you know, Valentine's Day was just yesterday. What was the day of love turned out to be a day of rain and downpour. Will the weather keep up the pattern for the rest of the week, or will we finally get some sun? Your favorite weatherman is here to tell you what's up. Let's start the day by taking a look outside. As you can see out here, nothing much happening. You see a little breeze, but it's definitely getting warmer. You can see some moisture along the ground. It rained yesterday, and then you can see some dry plants here. So, now let's take a look at the radar. Well, it's looking to be clear skies across the horizon with no activity except for sun and clouds. It's looking to be as active as me on a school day. Now let's transition to the temperature maps. It's looking to be about 40s in our area, but oddly enough, we're getting some sun from the east. Does it say anything about what's going to come our way? Maybe we'll get some heat this week and finally start some outdoor spring activities. Now, onto the 5-day forecast. It's looking to be partly cloudy most of the week with the chance of rain or snow tomorrow. Temperatures remain consistent, so don't expect any major shifts in weather, but I am excited for that possible snow day. Now it's time for your entertainment news with Ty Gray.
In the first promo for the Grammys, Jimmy Kimmel announced that he will be hosting the Oscars once again. The promo is a Top Gun parody where Kimmel walks through the hall of the famous hosts like Whoopi Goldberg and Steve Martin. Jon Hamm and Charles Parnell greet Kimmel where they give him the admission details and that ABC has been tasked up with finding a host who's unflappable and unslappable, obviously referring to the slapping incident with Chris Rock and Will Smith that happened in the 2022 Oscars. Top Gun Maverick is one of the 10 films fighting for Picture of the Year along with Avatar, Way of the Water. The Oscars will air on ABC on March 12th. Marvel unveiled their release schedule for the next few years, teasing Phase 5, 6, and beyond. Spider-Man was nowhere to be seen in the release schedule. President Kevin Feige said that there are big ideas for the character that are being written right now. Fans all agreed that there is no way that Spider-Man wouldn't be coming back after the box office success that it was, making more than $1.9 billion worldwide. Amy Pascal revealed that there is another Spider-Man trilogy, but plans for that are still in the early stage. Of all the commercials shown at the Super Bowl, one stood out to viewers. Tubi aired an ad in the fourth quarter that makes it seem like someone is taking the remote and exiting the football game, especially in a close game.
It was good. You got it.
It was good.
Okay.
All right. Up next, an interview with the Vice President of Brave Sounds.
And later on, I'll look at one of the campus town's oldest businesses. All this after the break.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Awkward. Do I look familiar? I should. You might remember me from here. Here. Or maybe even here.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
It can actually be a perfect moment to reach out to a friend and ask if they're okay, if they seem down.
It doesn't matter how you say it.
You all right?
Everything's okay?
All G?
You all right, girl? You cool?
You bugging dog.
Just show you're there for them.
Go on, Kelly. Susie Awkward.
Hey, you haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Today we have an interview with the Vice President of Brave Sounds Entertainment, Ryan Dempsey. Brave Sound Entertainment is a music and art-based organization hosting live music shows, songwriting sessions, and open mics. This year, Brave Sounds is looking forward to expand their horizons to cover more than just music appreciation and do things a bit differently. So, you're the Vice President. So what do you guys do on campus here for...
So kind of like you said in the introduction, a lot of what we do is organizing and planning live music events all over campus. We've done things in the past, like events like Groovy Moves or Spooky Sounds. That's like our Halloween event. And we host a lot of like open mics in between. So we usually do one big event in one semester, and then we try to do as many open mics as possible as well.
Okay. So you guys are typically a music-based organization. Are you guys trying to do anything differently this year, or?
Yeah, we've really wanted to change the club and sort of take it in a new direction and really open it up to really any like live performance-based like arts in general. So it could be, you know, screening films or like showing off like certain dance groups here on campus, or, you know, like we said, just good old-fashioned live concerts, because everyone's always looking to listen to some music and relax on campus.
Yeah, for sure. So, like, for meetings, what does it look like typically for you guys?
For meetings, it sort of depends on what we have on the docket. Typically, like a standard meeting, we'll usually have like an agenda to go through, but then we'll also sort of just talk about like, you know, highs and lows of the week, you know, like positive and negative moments you had, maybe music or a movie that you really liked listening to lately. And so while we do have like sort of an agenda to get through, we do like to get to know like, you know, who's in our club and sort of really break the ice every week. And then on top of that, occasionally we'll have songwriting sessions, which are where any of our guest members who are working on music and want some advice or maybe just want to show it off to the club are more than welcome to.
Okay, so what impact does Brave Sounds have on our campus?
Well, for a long time, we've really been the only club on campus that will, you know, pay musical artists, whether it be Bradley students or artists from the local Peoria area. We actually pay our artists to come and perform and sort of give a sampling of what, you know, working in the music industry, you know, say you're in a band, you know, starting with small gigs and working your way up. We basically just want to be another platform for those bands to come play, sort of get some of that experience, and as well just bring them to the Bradley campus and show up. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. Back to you, Lee.
Nancy and Paul Murray are successful small business owners here in Peoria, Illinois. We sent out a reporter, Owen Mathis, to learn more about the history of their shop.
Small businesses in the U.S. across the last decade have struggled to compete with large businesses and online retailers. Yet Feeling Groovy in Campus Town has thrived.
I don't notice competition, really, to be honest with you. They're all cookie-cutter stores that take a product and mark it up 10 times. And
they fight this competition with knowledge and teamwork. The Murrays have a long history of running local businesses.
My dad had a store in Lakin, Illinois, and so we took his concept, and then we got some from a store that used to be in Chicago also called Uncle Fun's.
That was my grandfather. He's the one who started the concept, kind of, but it was more fireworks and toys, like novelty gifts, like rubber dog doo-doo and rubber vomit and stuff like that. And then it just kind of morphed into more of this culture.
Paul and Nancy have developed a great relationship working together. They use their strengths to improve the shop and find new products to sell.
We're very much a lot alike, so I think it complements the store because she has her way of doing things and I do as well too. I like more artistic and she likes more on the clothing side, so it's a nice blend, honestly.
For BUTV News, I'm Owen Mathis.
Wags for Mags hosted a fundraiser on Monday, and they brought their furry friends. They were selling crumble cookies and roses to raise money for their organization. Wags for Mags is a student-led organization that gives people at Bradley an opportunity to raise and train service animals. You can check out @Wags for Mags on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter to learn more. Up next is your sports news with Dylan.
Later on, we'll take a look at some events happening on campus this week.
Looks like it's done.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
I'll be right back.
Hi! You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
We're leaving.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
So guys, we actually have a Bradley men's basketball game coming up today at 7 p.m. Am I able to see you guys there? Maybe?
You might.
You might see us there for sure.
It's always a great environment, so hopefully everybody else can come down and join us. But keeping on the topic of basketball, let's talk about the women's team as they took on Missouri State here in the Renaissance Coliseum last Friday. The Braves fought a close game, even up at halftime, but a great comeback by the Missouri State Bears led to the Bradley losing by 10, 74-64. Caroline Waite and Alex Roos led the Braves in points with 19 and 12 respectively. The Lady Braves take on the Drake Bulldogs in Iowa this Thursday at 6 p.m. Braves basketball is in full swing yet again with the men's team taking on Missouri Valley Conference newcomers Murray State last Saturday. Carver was packed, and fans from all over came to watch the two high-scoring offenses go at it. Sadly for Murray State fans, the Braves swept the floor, allowing only 48 points in the full 40 minutes of play. Ville Tavanainen stole the show, shooting 100% from three off the bench with 18 points in total. Rink Mast acted as the anchor for the Braves with 14 points and 4 assists. This extended the Braves' winning streak to 6, and we look to make it 7 today against Missouri State at Carver. Be there at 7 o'clock, and always remember, students get in free. Also away from home, the track and field team this Friday looks to head to the University of Iowa for the Iowa Open this Friday at 2 p.m. This is coming off the record-breaking meet last Friday at the GVSU Big Meet, where 6 school records were taken down, including but not limited to the women's 200, the long jump, and the men's 1 mile. 3 extra records were additionally broken at Boston University's David Hermery Valentine, including the women's 800, the women's 3,000, and the men's 5,000. Keep up the great work, Braves, and good luck this week at Iowa City. In other sports news, the softball team split the series between Colorado State 1-2. They look to take on North Alabama at 1 p.m. and at 4 p.m. it'll be Tennessee State, both in Nashville this Friday. Good luck to them on the upcoming doubleheader. We're hoping to pull away with a pair of W's. It's always great to watch. I'm glad that we got the softball season back. We're kind of in the full swing of sports.
Absolutely. There's a lot on the lineup.
I know, especially for spring sports. I'm excited.
Oh, I know I am.
Always looking forward to it. Stay tuned to hear about some fun events happening on campus this week,
as well as an awesome music performance.
How prepared is your family if disaster shows up at your doorstep? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan before they show up. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza. Yes!
Make a plan today.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. The trees stand tall. Mother, mother, you tell me to stay rooted. The tree's roots go deep. You tell me to focus on my breath, and the trees breathe for the earth. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? Will you be the kind that makes shade, or the kind that shows a new way? Might you be the kind to hug, or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter which you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind. The child had a few more questions after that, and the forest had plenty of answers.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Let's take a look at what's going on around campus this week. On Thursday, February 16th from 6 to 7 p.m. in Olin Hall, room 132, Biology Club will be allowing students to come and grow some of their own bacteria. Students will be allowed to swab any item they want and see what kind of bacteria grow from it. RSVPs are highly encouraged. You can RSVP by filling out the form in the latest Hilltop Happenings newsletter. Phi Chi Theta is hosting a Lollipop Draw fundraising event this Friday, February 17th in the Student Center from 11:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. The fundraiser consists of grabbing a lollipop without knowing the flavor and donating anything from 50 cents to $1. Come out and figure out what flavor your lollipop will be. Join the History Club on Monday, February 20th at 7:30 p.m. in Bradley Hall, room 100. In making some historical Valentines, students are welcome to debate and discuss the best couples in history and how your favorite historical couples would do on dating apps. For more information, email grosso@mail.bradley.edu or DM the Bradley History Department on Instagram.
Okay, if we could choose one lollipop to have for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Butterscotch Dum-Dums.
Okay. Highly specific. I think any orange lollipop would do.
Okay.
Any lollipop with gum in it.
Nothing beats green apple.
Well, I gotta say blue raspberry Dum-Dum. That's like classic.
That's valid.
Absolutely. Well, that's all we've got for you tonight on BUTV News. From all of us here, I'm Lee Lard.
And I'm Rachel Hobbs. We leave you tonight with a performance from Rachel Coker. Have a great night.
4 wheels headed south going 74.